Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Christina and I'm a fashion reseller on the Poshmark app. You can find me on Instagram at little.black.hanger. You can also find me on Poshmark at littleblackhanger without the vowels. Today's video is something that one of you guys requested and I'm so excited to do this video. It was so fun to do the research for this video. How many times can I say this video? Are we counting? Are we taking shots? It was so fun to do the research for this project. Yes, I'm wearing the same outfit that I was wearing in Friday's video.
Lizzie McGuire, you are an outfit repeater.
It is the same day because you girls being productive in 2019, okay? So anyways, this idea comes from Snazzy Cat Duds, and I'm gonna leave her Instagram and her Poshmark closet linked down below so you guys can go give her a follow and show her some Posh love for this awesome idea. But the idea is to basically see what states that my brand most appeals to. So basically I have taken all my sales from 2018 and I've gone through and I've tallied how many sales I've sent to each state, and then I'm gonna tell you guys the top 5 states that I ship to, and I'm gonna be talking about why I think that my brand appeals to those states. I thought it was cool. It was so fun to look at this data and see, because I had never really thought about it. I mean, I see labels and I'm like, oh, cool, that's going to Hawaii. That's always fun. Or like New York or California. Like, that's always fun to see. But I never really thought about where I ship to the most. So it was really fun to tally everything up and see that. If you want to get this data for your own closet, I'm going to show you guys how to do that now. In order to get this data, all you have to do is go into the Poshmark app, or you can do it from your desktop and just scroll down to My Seller Tools and then click My Sales Report. And then from there you can customize the range, and then you just hit Email Report and they will send you a link to your email for all of your sales data. After tallying up all the data, my top 5 states are: number 5 is North Carolina, number 4 is Minnesota, number 3 is my own home state of Florida, and number 2 is Texas. And my number 1 state that I ship to the most, you guessed it, California. We could have all seen that coming. So with my top 2 states being California and Texas, I definitely see why. So California, obviously, a lot of my vintage pieces, like cool, funky, unique vintage pieces, go to California. More like boho style goes to California. So anything that's like really cool and like kind of trendy and just got a vibe to it, you know what I mean, goes to California. And my number 2 is Texas. Now at first this surprised me, but then I took a step back and looked at the things that are going to Texas and I have kind of like a southern kind of flair to my style. Obviously because I grew up in the South, I'm from Georgia, so I do have kind of like southern taste, so like gingham and like really cute, like, I don't know, kind of girly preppy pieces. I really do love preppy style, and I do pick a lot. I pick a lot of preppy pieces. I pickled pepper preppy. Woo, that's a tongue twister. I pick up a lot of preppy pieces, and just like pieces that kind of have that classic like southern flair to them. I think that's why Texas is my number 2 state to sell to. Number 3 is Florida, which kind of surprised me because I don't really know what the vibe of Florida is. I don't really sell a lot of like super tropical like summer pieces, so Florida definitely surprised me. But again, it's a part of the southern states, and I do, like I said, sell a lot of like southern style, so maybe that's why. Number 4 was Minnesota. Minnesota surprised me a little bit, and then I did a little research into what like Minnesota style is, and it's more of like I don't know how to say this. It's kind of got like a vintage, kind of hipster vibe, which I see because I do pick up a lot of vintage pieces. So that's another state that a lot of my vintage pieces go to is Minnesota. And then number 5 is North Carolina. And again, that goes back to just the classic, you know, southern lady. Now, I did write down my top 10. So at number 6 we have New York. Number 7 was Illinois. Number 8 was a tie of 3 states with Washington, Maryland, and Michigan. Number 9 was a tie as well with 2 states, Pennsylvania and Wisconsin. Number 10 was tied with 3 states, Indiana, New Jersey, and Tennessee. Now, I have shipped to 48 states. The only 2 states that I haven't shipped anything to are Vermont and Wyoming. Not really sure why. So I have actually, in fact, sent a huge bundle to Alaska. It was like a vintage Champion like windbreaker kind of like ski coat and like some sweaters and stuff that went in a bundle to Alaska, which was pretty cool. That was an exciting sale. I remember that. Like states like Alaska and Hawaii, I definitely remember. I sent a pair of, I think a couple of pairs of shoes to Hawaii. Stuart Weitzman does really well in Hawaii for some reason. But yeah, that's always exciting. So this was like a fun experiment to do, to just like look back on your sales and see. Now I'm like more conscious and aware of like where I'm sending things, and I've actually started keeping record of it in my new 2019 spreadsheets. For my bookkeeping, I am writing down the states that I'm sending to, so I can do this again because I think it's just really cool to see where your stuff is going. It just makes it more, it brings it to a more personal level, I guess. Something cool that I found is something that ThredUp does. And ThredUp does a trend report. So basically it like breaks down different regions of America, and it tells you what the most like trendy style in that region is. So I thought it would be cool to look on here and see what is trendy and if it is what I think it is in these states. So number 1 was California. So for California, that's considered the West, soaking up the sun in flirty shoulder-bearing pieces. The West is all about feminine style. Skirts, dresses, jumpsuits top the list of trends. Comfy, cool brands like Lou Grey and Champion round out the laid-back looks. Halter, V-neck, and off-the-shoulder dresses were popular among the majority of Western states, with casual brands like Old Navy, Madewell, and Taylor Loft each topping the charts. Alaska was an outlier with jeans trending. They're the perfect answer to the cold Arctic weather. So that's kind of what I was thinking. Like they've just got like a cool vibe to them out there. So I think that is why a lot of my vintage pieces and like boho pieces sell to California. So let's move on to Texas, which I think is considered Southwest. Yes. So for Southwest, party dresses meet athletic gear for a balanced mix. Activewear is big in the Southwest, with outdoorsy brand Eddie Bauer and workout staple Lululemon among the top growing brands. Board shorts made the list of top styles, balanced by trendy cold shoulder tops and party-ready dresses. New Mexico loves the trends of Forever 21, while Oklahoma and Texas go for the classic look from brands like J. Crew and Kate Spade New York, called that the more like preppy, kind of sophisticated Southern style. Southwestern shoppers fend off the heat in tanks and rompers and get dolled up in party dresses. So that Texas makes sense for sure. Let's see. Next one was Florida, which I guess would be considered the South. Yes, so South. Dressy outfits reign supreme in the South. Southern shoppers prefer a mix of fun, feminine brands like Lily Pulitzer and Forever 21, along with classics like Ann Taylor Loft and J. Crew Factory. Makes sense. Florida makes sense now. Most states prefer heat-proof styles like shorts, skirts, and rompers, while Floridians stand out from the crowd in mock turtleneck tops. I keep getting interrupted by my TV. So sorry. So the mock turtleneck trend in Florida, it makes sense, I guess, because I like mock neck tops, but I didn't really think that it was a trend in Florida. So that's cool to know. All right, next one is Minnesota. Let's try and find Minnesota. And that's considered the Midwest. And it says, one-piece clothing items are in high demand. A mix of casual and trendy makes up the Midwestern style, with active shorts and workout-ready brand Athleta on the list of trends, along with rompers and fast fashion brand Zara. Midwesterners love trendy one-piece clothing items like rompers, jumpsuits, and onesies. Indiana and South Dakota prefer athleisure brands like Nike, while Ohio saw the most growth for designer brand Coach. So that kind of makes sense, because I do find a lot of like mall brands like Forever 21 and Zara, and just like those like trendy pieces. Also, I find, you know, athletic wear a lot, like Athleta and Lululemon, so Midwest makes sense now. And number 5 is North Carolina, which again is the southern, I think is considered southern. Let me just double check. I have my laptop in my lap, by the way, in case anyone was wondering, like, what is she looking at? That's it. Yes, North Carolina, again, with Florida, is like the feminine brand. Ann Taylor Loft, J. Crew, brands like that, Lily Pulitzer. So that all makes sense. So I'm gonna leave this website link down below. It's on the ThredUp blog, and basically it's just a trend report. It goes over like the top styles in each state, like active tanks and cold shoulder tops and halter dresses and stuff like that. It breaks that down, and then it also tells you the top brands in each state, which is pretty cool to look at as well. So this was so fun to do. Thank you, Jess, for the idea. Again, I'm gonna leave her Instagram and Poshmark closet link down below so you guys can go show her some Posh love. As you guys know, I like to end every video with an inspirational quote that one of you guys sends me. All you have to do to participate in this is leave an inspirational quote down in the comment section of one of my videos and include your Poshmark closet name so that I can leave the link to your closet in the description of the video. And today's inspirational quote comes from Jen, and she says, "I love your videos as always." Thank you so much. "My favorite life quote is, if it's important to you, you'll find a way. If it's not, you'll find an excuse. That motivates my hustle." I love that. That is so good. So good, and such a great motivation for the new year. And her closet name is @BrazilJen05, and I'm gonna leave that on the screen as well as linked in the description below so that you guys can go check her out, give her a follow, go show her some Posh love for that awesome motivational quote. So that's all I have for today. If you like this video, please be sure and give it a thumbs up on your way out. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join our little family here. We would love to have you. I put new videos out every Tuesday and Friday for the most part, and I will see you guys on Friday. Bye guys.